Welcome to another episode of Flick Filter. I'm Big Diesel.
And I'm flying in, coach.
On your left,
Whoa, yeah, that too.
it took him a while there.
I mean, I got it, but I was just like,
Gang, gang.
technically, I'm on your right from this angle.
From this angle, but from their angle.
Also on your right.
Yeah.
Or this is left, right. I don't know, man.
I just work here, man. So today, we are talking about Novocaine.
Not the Frank Ocean song.
I think it's another movie, I think.
Ah, movie.
Think,
This is a movie show.
no, it's it. I think there was another movie called this, I think.
There was.
Okay.
You missed the joke. It's all.
Meow.
You missed the joke.
Meow. But anywho, so yeah, Novocaine is directed by
A guy.
this deep,
Directed by a guy. Yeah.
or was it a girl?
No, it was a guy.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything. It was no, okay, it was actually two guys. Dan Burke and Robert Olson. Yeah.
Those guys.
Those guys. And it was written by Lars Jacobson.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Starring Jack Quaid, Dennis Quaid's son.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know him from Huey and the Boys.
Huey from the Boys, yes.
And then it's also starring Amber Midthunder,
Yes.
who was in quite a bit of stuff. She was in Prey recently,
Yep.
which was really good. Go check that out.
Mm-hmm. She was in Hell or High Water.
Yeah, she was in Roswell, New Mexico, and she was also in Legion, which is an old X-Men TV show from the Fox channel.
Yep.
So, yeah, she's been in quite a bit of stuff. She's on a rising kind of thing.
Yep.
I think she's basically Native American or indigenous. So it's cool. Basically, it's about this guy who. Oh yeah, the guy from Jason Bateman. No,
Huh?
no, the guy from Spider-Man.
Jacob
Jacob.
Battalion.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Ned Leeds,
Ned
pretty
Leeds.
much.
Yes, and Ray Nicholson. You know who that is? The guy who's the main villain.
Sure. Okay.
Jack Nicholson's son. I don't know if you saw the resemblance.
No.
But yeah. He was also in Smile 2.
So yeah, without that rundown, it's basically about a guy who has a condition where he can't feel pain. So he's got a condition.
Yes.
So basically, he falls for a girl, because he works at a bank and falls for Amber Midthunder.
Yep.
To where she works at the bank too, and then all of a sudden, she gets kidnapped with some robbers, and now he's got to save her. Pretty much that's the premise.
Yeah.
Action rom-com.
Yeah, ish.
And this was cool. Not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, if you're squeamish,
Yeah.
if you don't like gore and pain, like that's the whole gag of the movie. It's like the main character can't feel pain, so of course he's gonna go through a bunch of physical things in order to, achieve his.
And it was funny. I was with somebody who works into the medical field when I was watching this.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Oh yeah, this wouldn't happen like this, and just how things really work.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun when you're like with somebody, you're watching something with somebody who knows about that particular field, and they can point out certain things like, yeah, that wouldn't happen this way, or yeah, that's
Yeah,
not how that would
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
Especially when it comes to like physical or like medical stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they, I feel like it gets worse to a certain point too, where it's the injuries get worse and where it just goes up and up.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like you can tell. I would say look away, in certain parts. Yeah. But anyways, feel like what'd you feel about this? What'd you like
Yeah,
about this?
yeah. I
Positive
enjoyed it.
first.
You said pop? Oh yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was, pretty. I think a fairly original concept. Like when I heard about it, first I liked the poster. That was the first thing that
Yeah,
intrigued
operation.
me. Yeah, yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The colors and the layout. I feel like Hollywood overall, they're getting back to like cool movie posters. I feel like for a while they're using these like stock images where like all the Marvels they have every character here in these places. It's like y'all are using the same templates, the same format
That's just lazy writing.
or design.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was, it was
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But as far as the actual movie itself, yes, I like the yeah, I like the concept. I liked the performances. I liked Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder. I felt like they had pretty good chemistry. Um, Even Jack Quaid is him performing this version of this character who somebody that can't feel pain, and even I mean I don't want to get to spoilery too much, but him even revealing that he has that condition at first, you could tell like he he kind of lived a life of almost being a recluse in a sense. Like he has this like regular job, but he has this very rare condition, and he kind of lives in this state of like he's on the outside he just presents as like this normal guy, which he is, but then him having this condition it kind of causes him to have to navigate the world in a very cautious way.
Bro, he can eat or whatever.
Yeah, because he could bite off his tongue. Yeah, that was a crazy thing, and I wonder how accurate that is. Like I
So
definitely.
this is a real condition again,
Yeah.
as I was watching with it. So, but I don't think it's as extreme.
Mm-hmm.
But and also you got to realize too, yeah, you can't feel pain, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
you can't get infected. Like a lot of other things can't happen. You can't just you know go around
Mm-hmm.
you know punching holes in walls and stuff and just think, oh yeah, I can just walk it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder had great chemistry. I think they do well at acting. Jack Quaid as this kind of Joe Smo kind of guy, pretty much, who's just either the nerdy guy or just kind of the abnormal guy around other people. Doesn't have a lot of friends. You got Amber Midthunder who just she just plays a cute girl, and you got Jason Bateman, who
Mm-hmm.
of course is the comedy relief.
Jason Bell. Yeah.
Ah
It's
man,
all good. It's all good.
yeah, again mixed up, but yeah, he's basically the comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is he just met him off like a game because he plays games.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, and it's like, dude, I just met you, and you trying to get me to incriminate myself to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but yeah, I feel like it's a good dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree. I like Jacob. I liked him as the comic relief, and I mentioned before. Like
I don't think all the comedy lands,
yeah,
especially with him.
mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff didn't land,
Yeah,
but it still was an enjoyable film.
yeah. I would say so on the same note. I actually thought there was going to be more comedy, especially with the action. Like I thought, like there were those moments, especially like when he first was getting like very physical. Jack Quaid, I forget the actual character's name, but like when he was first getting into like the actual fights with the villains and like it was really going down. It reminded me of like this one particular scene when like they were in the kitchen. I don't know. It kind of reminded me of like Rush Hour, like how they have like those like the fight, like what how Jackie Chan would fight, and there'd be like
stumbling and
using a lot of like physical comedy along with the action. It did remind me of that. I thought there was going to be even more of that, which there was that to a degree throughout the movie, but I thought there was going to be more comedy throughout. Where it kind of got as it kind of got into the second and third act, it kind of like got more actiony too. Which of course it's an action comedy, but I thought maybe there's going to be more jokes in there as well. But it was still a good time overall.
So here's the thing: why I look at comedies as in a certain light is because I usually when I go into a comedy I expect to laugh like burst out like on the floor laughing.
Yeah.
And for most of them, I realize they don't go that hard anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're just trying to be more politically correct or, something like that, or they just trying to be too safe or whatever and trying not to. But yeah, I just realized, a lot of times the action was what? Like the fact that the action was more of the comedy. Him, like you're just like, what is he gonna do next? What is he gonna use to try to defeat this guy? So that was more of the comedy. It was like, oh no, 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 don't do that, don't do that. Yeah,
that's a good point that you made as far as action being
like
comedy.
that was the point of the film was to not actually tell jokes, but to use the action to make you laugh.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if that's
and to get a certain reaction out of you.
I'm wondering if that's because is it SIFA? I forgot the name of the actual condition, but I'm wondering if because SIFA, with it being a real condition, I'm thinking they probably didn't want to offend that group of people and just make that thing a joke.
A butt of the joke.
Yeah. So that might be why where it's like we're still going to use it as far as the plot device. Yeah. But we're not going to just make it a joke. So that may be...
Not Family Guy.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of times, especially today, people don't want to get canceled by certain communities because they don't represent them well. So I think that also may be why you don't get as many verbal jokes because it's like they don't want to be seen as like punching down on a particular group or people. Right. Where it's like you may point out something that's an oddity within somebody's character or a quirk that they have as an individual. But if you're going to make the joke about if they have a disability or a condition or something, then it's like, oh no, that's not going to go over so well with a lot of people. So
and it was very heartwarming.
Yeah.
So I can't say there was anything bad about this except for some of the violence was too much. But I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that's the point of the film. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't go in here thinking, you already know what you're getting yourself into. So,
Yep.
So I think it's good. What would you rate this? I'd say 4.
Okay, I was thinking I was like 3.5. Could go up, or just depending on, seeing it again. But yeah, it was solid. It was definitely enjoyable watch. It wasn't like super.
I'll definitely get this on DVD.
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into spoilers real quick. Yeah.
It's up to you, but you know.
There was just one particular thing I wanted to mention. But it is
Spoilers.
pretty big. But it is pretty
Spoilers.
big as far as the plot.
So if you have not watched it, just check out now and then come back after you watch it.
Yes. So check out
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned.
You have been warned.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Okay, so in the movie they have this, on-screen romance between Jack Quaid's character and Amber Midthunder's character, and
I know where you're going.
Yeah, you know where I'm going. So, she gets kidnapped by this group of guys, and it's funny because, looking back at it, I feel like it should have been obvious now that I'm like, because they conveniently take her of all people with them.
But you think it's just
it's like
because it's a
hostage situation. Yeah, when they're leaving,
and she's just happened to be there where the other two were. So she was close.
She was close. Yes.
And they thought he knocked him out, and then of course
they thought. What do you mean? They thought he knocked him out?
Yeah. Well, he did knock him out.
He did knock him out.
Yeah. And then killed the other boss. So she was the only one there. So yeah.
So, yes. So basically, midway through the movie, after they've escaped from the police and they're at their headquarter place, wherever, to
in the Legion of Doom,
until they make their ultimate escape. It's revealed.
Their hideout.
Yes, it's revealed that she is in on it. Gasp. Shock.
Everybody who's watching this already seen it.
I know. Assuming that that you, if you did see it.
Yeah.
So, she was in on it the whole time. She was basically implanted to, get the code from him so that they could rob the bank, blah, blah, blah. And
she was trash.
Yes. But of course, she ends up, it's like, oh, she actually did have genuine feelings for him and, that whole thing.
Yeah, that.
And then, but my complaint was that I feel like this reveal should have been made later in the movie, because I feel like it would have hit a little harder, because at this point when this reveal
after a while you would have figured it out though.
You might have, yeah. You might have.
Yeah. If they waited too long and as the movie went along, you would have figured it.
You might have, yeah. But I feel like
and they probably wanted to switch it up because most people would have put it at the end.
That's true.
So just to switch it up because let's be honest, you weren't expecting it at that particular point.
You weren't, no.
So that even added to the shock factor.
That did. So. Sometimes when you do bury or reveal too long, then it's like, because if you were thinking it was gonna hit really hard at the end, and then it's like, she was in on it all along, and then actually she did really have to. So then you do those reversals kind of back to back so quickly. So I could see from that standpoint why they did choose to do it that way. I guess my issue was the fact that it happened so early that it was before he even
figured it out. Yeah.
Before like he was going through all these things just to get to her. So in your mind, we as the audience,
but that's the point. I feel like that was the point.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's not like they were like,
yeah, I'm sure it's something that they talked about when they were writing
and they just. I feel like they just wanted to switch it up, do something different.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a director's kind of choice to where
Mm-hmm.
we as an audience already know. Oh yeah, you know.
Whole thing with dramatic irony in a sense. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing. It may like if I rewatching it, that may land better with the rewatch because I already know what beats to look for, and there's certain things I may see that I'm like, oh yeah, that actually did make more sense now that I see it again. But it is something I wanted to at least bring up because in me initially watching it, I'm like, man, he going through all this, and she's basically fine. But I knew at some point there would be some sort of turn between her and the guy, which I didn't know that was her brother.
Right.
They did reveal that
right.
later on. Unless I missed that.
Yeah, you missed it.
He said that earlier. Okay.
When that happened, yeah.
When he first revealed, he's like, oh, that's my brother. Yeah. Okay. I missed that part.
Yeah.
I missed that. Yeah, I didn't know that until he said it to Jack Quaid.
Yep.
Yeah, I missed it earlier. Dang. That's on me.
Who else would be
on? All right, I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all next week.
But that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty good movie. I think all y'all should check it out. Mm-hmm. If y'all still watching, y'all pretty much know the movie and probably already seen it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
If not, you were spoiled. But we warned you. You've been warned. But yeah. So let us know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. Let us know your opinions on the reveal.
Yeah.
And
let us know all your things. Do you feel like they should make another one of these, or something in the same, or even if they make something similar, or you feel like this is a good lane for Jack Quaid, Amber Midthunder, because they've both done action things in the past.
Yeah.
So
I think they're good at this type of stuff, especially Jack Quaid. He is usually the comedy relief. He's good at these parts. Mm-hmm. And I think they're gonna make another Prey. She's like rising up, especially after Prey did well. Like she's actually getting more roles. Yeah. So yeah.
Dang, I didn't know they're making another Prey. I thought they were making another Predator. Within a different time period, but I know they were going to make one like a direct sequel of.
I don't know if it's a direct sequel, but because Predator and all that, they jump around all over the place, so they never use the same people multiple times.
That's true.
But yeah. Anyways, post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
Tell your cat. Your dog, your goldfish.
Yeah.
Dang. No love for the goldfish.
But, well, if they're Fairly Odd Parents. But yeah. And yeah, share it on Facebook, social medias, all platforms. Yeah, man, and let us know what else you want us to do. Next one might be a good one, so you might be surprised.
You never know. You never know.
All right, man. Peace out.